Have you ever had a set of photos that you're really having a difficult time finding products to go with them? This is what these pictures are for me today. My daughter always loved being a part of student government, and as she was heading into high school, she tried out to be a student body officer for the sophomore class, and for her campaign, she decided to do a Friends TV show theme. And if you're familiar with that show, you know that their color scheme for their logo is a really different color scheme. It's got that purple, the red, the yellow, and the blue. And so I've had these photos of her with her posters, her campaign posters for a while, but I've never found a set of products that I felt complemented them or really enhanced them until I got my December 2024 hip kits. This is the December Days collection, and it has a little bit of a Christmas feel to it, but also lots of fun, cheerful colors to brighten up your January and transition you into the new year. And part of these colors included the colors that I needed, which were the dark purple, the blue, the yellow, and the red. And so I'm going to use this kit to scrapbook these photos today. Now, the photos that I have are some pictures of her where we're there early in the morning, hanging up her campaign posters. So they're quite dark, but I want to document this memory. So I went ahead and picked out some of the pattern papers that I thought would work well with this, with her photos. So I'm just going through and picking these out. I decided to go with this grid paper. I'm trying on the plaid papers as well, but I do go with that colorful grid, and I'm just going to create some vertical strips to anchor these two photos. So I'll go ahead and get those in place, and then you can see that I've also selected a paper that has these fun circle elements on them. My plan for that paper is to fussy cut out the circles in the coordinating colors and sprinkle those or kind of waterfall those throughout the page to use as my page accents. So we're going to go ahead and build this. Now I have these two papers that I've selected, and there is a pre-printed branding strip on the green paper, but I felt like I needed to switch that up. So I went ahead and picked the Arctic cardstock branding strip, and I'm going to adhere that over the one that was already there for the green star paper. Now, before I start cutting out these circles, I also want to incorporate the stitched hexagon dies, and my idea for this is to layer these up in the different colors and use this as an anchoring spot for my title. So I went ahead and cut out 3 layers. You can use these dies as solid hexagons, but you can also layer them together and create a frame. So I did a solid purple or midnight color. It's kind of a purpley navy color, a solid Arctic, which is the light blue, and then I did a frame of the light yellow, which is the butter cardstock. So that's where I'm going to be placing my title. I have just set these things there for now, and I'm going to go ahead and start placing in these circles. So what I love about this circle paper is that I can choose the colors that go with this Friends TV show theme. So I'm cutting out the dark purple, the blue, the yellow, the red. I'm also going to sprinkle in some orange because the orange couch from the TV show is definitely an iconic image from this TV show. Now, these posters were so much fun. My husband and I had a lot of fun making these for my daughter. If you know the Friends logo, you know that there's little dots in between the word Friends, and so we did that on my daughter's name as well. Now, we did something really fun with that because my husband is just really smart and crafty. He found these little sound sensor buttons, and he placed them underneath the little buttons in between, or the little dots in between her name. I placed my some large enamel dots on those posters, and then once you pushed those little buttons, we had little sound bites from the TV show, so that was kind of fun. Anyway, it was a fun memory, and I thought I would capture it here. Now, I did pull in some Puffy alphabet stickers from the January 2024 kit, and that's those black Puffy letters there. I'm also flipping through like the dimensional stickers from the December 2025 kits, and I found these balloons. I thought I might be able to incorporate this in there somehow, but it just wasn't quite fitting, so I decided not to use them. But I did go back to the stitched hexagon dies, and I'm going to use this shape to do my journaling eventually. I also pulled out some journaling cards from the Pocket Life kit to see if there would be an option in there for that. And one of them is a green color, and because I have that green strip on the left, I go ahead and use the green card, you'll see it right here, that to cut out the hexagon for my journaling, and I'll do that in a smaller size than the yellow one that is placed there on the page. So another thing I did is I'm going to switch out the alphabet. I actually switched it out to an orange alphabet from the September 2024 kits. I don't know why, but the black alphabet was feeling dark to me. Looking at it on screen now, it looks totally fine. But for some reason, I think I was feeling nervous about how dark my daughter's photo was, because, you know, you're putting up those campaign posters in the wee hours of the morning before the school starts. And so I think in the back of my mind, I was thinking, oh my gosh, these black letters are just pulling this layout even darker. So that's why I switched over to the orange. But honestly, both of them look great. You'll have to tell me what your vote is, if you would have stuck with the black letters or if you like the orange letters better. So now that I've stitched those couple of hexagons and placed those on the right side of the layout, I think that balances out that title shape, the other larger layered hexagons, really well. So I went back to that circle paper. I fussy cut out some more of those colorful circles to sprinkle around this area of the page, and then I will continue on with the design. I really love that I was able to embellish this layout with just pattern papers, but I did want to add a little bit of shine or some dimension to this page. So I'm going to go back over to the embellishments and see what I can find. I found these clear epoxy stickers, and throughout that set there are these silver foiled starburst shapes. So I'm going to sprinkle those in each of the different clusters that I have going on, just to bring dimension but also shine, like I mentioned. And then I'm also going to open up those silver foiled rub-ons, and I'm going to add a border piece along the left edge of that green star paper. So there's a lot of, before I cut these apart, I like to staple the backing sheet to the rub-on so they don't, you know, separate from each other in the packaging. So that's what I did with that mini stapler. Now I'm just going to cut out this little polka dot border. I'll peel up the layers that I have and then just cut some sections of that and rub that onto the background paper using the included popsicle stick. And I like that little bit of shine that it adds to the page. So after this, I'm going to head back over to my computer and do my journaling on a piece of vellum that I will glue to the center of the green hexagon. I just went ahead and created a hexagon shape in Adobe Illustrator. Then I typed within it my journaling, and then I printed it out on vellum. Now, when I attach the vellum, I do use just a tape runner, so you do see that through the vellum, but I'm not going to stress about it. It's easier than trying to run a teeny tiny hexagon through my printer. I don't know, I just don't like to mess around with that, so we're just going to keep it easy here. Now, the epoxy stickers were peeling up a little bit because I have them bridging over some of the layers here. So I'm going to go ahead and just secure them in place with some liquid glue to make sure that they don't pop off. So this layout was so fun. I'm so happy that the December 2025 hip kits had these fun colors that perfectly went with this layout of my daughter and her friends posters. She did end up winning the campaign and was a sophomore officer, which was really fun. Now, the last little detail I'm going to put in here is I grabbed a label piece from the Pocket Life kit. I'll just use that to stamp my date on the right side of the photo, and then I'll show you how the closing shots with the journaling, the vellum journaling on that green hexagon. There's my stamped date there, and then I'll just take you on a little tour of all the little corners of this page. So again, this is the December 2024 hip kits featuring the exclusively designed December Days collection. It's adorable. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I'll be back with more layouts using this kit soon. Have an awesome week. We'll see you then.